c'était le premier qui a créé le spectacle de la musique moderne africaine. C'est moi qui ai fait la rencontre de la danseuse, de la femme, de la scène, de la voix, des instruments. Je les ai mariés pour que quiconque qui est assis sur une chaise puisse ne pas se lasser d'un spectacle de la musique africaine du début à la fin.
Kinshasa, 1970. The street of the capital are rocked by the sweet melodies of Congolese rumba. Franco Luambo Makadi and his legendary Tout-Puissant Kid Jazz, as well as Tabu Ley Rochereau with his mythical African Fiesta Nationale, reign as masters of the African music scene. Already established as a sacred monster of Congolese music, Tabu Ley Rochereau was to take it to the next level, while turning his avant-garde talent into a bold path toward the internationalization of African music. Inspired by blues, soul, and Bantu rhythm, he has set his sights on becoming the first African artist to perform at the legendary Olympia music venue in Paris. From this ambition to its realization, December 12, 1970 will go down in history as the first time an African artist graced the stage of the Parisian venue. Here is a look back at the musical adventure of Tabu Ley Rochereau's historical concert at Olympia. Everything will start by a conversation between Tabu Ley Rochereau and his former manager, Jean Gwango, who are both gonna realize the impact and the influence of Tabu Ley Rochereau's music with his African Fiesta Nationale all over Africa. And from that conversation, one ambitious idea is gonna emerge: conquer Europe with one objective, becoming the very first African artist to ever perform in the mythical venue of Olympia in Paris. First step, communication. They both gonna reach out to the national press and share and spread the idea all over the country. And the rumor about this mythical concert is going to be an absolute success that's going to attract the attention of the public. The news about this potential concert in Paris will spread all over Kinshasa, all over Congo, and all over the central part of Africa. And with that in mind, the manager of Tabu Ley Rochereau is going to take the initiative to go to Paris and introduce himself to the director of the mythical venue, Bruno Coquatrix. And he's going to share with him the idea of having, for the very first time, an African artist in the mythical venue of Olympia. Very intrigued by the idea of welcoming a Congolese, an African star at the mythical venue of Olympia, but still hesitating because of not knowing exactly what this concert will be about, Bruno Coquatrix will make the decision of going to Kinshasa by himself to go and have a look at the potential concert that Tabu Ley Rochereau would be delivering in Paris. The moment where everything will change will happen at the Suzanne Bar at Maison Blanche in Kinshasa. Tabu Ley Rochereau, his musician, and his dancers are going to organize a private concert for the director of the venue. Absolutely over the moon with the performance, Bruno Coquatrix will say, nothing to add, nothing to change. You will bring something completely new to Paris. On the 12th and the 13th of December 1970, the venue of Olympia is fully booked. Tabu Ley Rochereau walks on stage with an impeccable outfit, joined by his musicians from the African Fiesta Nationale and his mythical dancers, les Rocherettes. They are ready to perform a mythical concert. His dancers, les Rocherettes, will absolutely mesmerize the public. During these 2 nights, Tabu Ley Rochereau will not only want to share Congolese music, Congolese rumba, it is a real invitation for him to embark the public with him on a journey to rediscover with innovation and avant-garde the Congolese music. His dancers will teach the French public how to dance Soukous, and it is the Bantu rhythm that can mesmerize the entire public during the entire shows. A unique moment both for the public and for Tabu Ley Rochereau. It was the first time that African music was presented to a European public. His performance will forever mark a steps into the internationalization of African music, of Congolese music, on the international scene. On the very first day of his concert, the venue was full of African people here to support one of theirs. But progressively, and with word of mouth, the event will transform itself. The success in Tabu Ley Rochereau and his African Fiesta Nacional band will be so exceptional that they will not only do two main one-man shows at the Olympia venue, but they will also perform until the 30th of December 1970. Day after day, the public will get more and more diverse. At the end of the series of concerts, the majority of the people in the public will actually be French white people, absolutely seduced by the innovation and the rhythm of the music of Tabu Ley Rochereau. This unprecedented event marked a huge shift in the history of African modern music. And with this success in mind, Tabu Ley Rochereau will rename his band Afrisa International to mark a stepstone on the internationalization of his own music. Congolese Rumba that he will himself modernize while introducing drums into his music will conquer France, Europe, and the world. Tabu Ley Rochereau opened the path to the internationalization of African modern music. With his vision and audacity, he proved that African modern music could count on the international scene and be a success not only for African people, but for people all over the world. And these two historical dates at the Olympia venue will remain one day, one concert in the history of modern music.
Oui, mais pour moi, c'est plus que l'Olympia. L'Olympia, comme c'est le premier enfant de la famille, il a toujours eu la prépondérance sur tout ce que je fais. Mais néanmoins, pour moi, cet événement des États-Unis se trouve au-dessus parce que avec cet événement, nous voulons vraiment marquer, comment dirais-je, un pas très décisif pour la musique zaïroise.